we still have a lot of life to live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be 100 years old.
Yeah.
So
Today's question is, what is something you wish you knew in your early 20s?
well, I'd say, like, if I could tell myself something, I would just say, like, you're still so young. Like, I feel like after you graduate and stuff from high school and you're in your early 20s, you feel like you have to have it all figured out. Like, you don't at all. Like, you're still so young. And now, like, being in my 30s, I'm realizing that, like, I'm still pretty young. Like, even though I feel like a lot older than I used to be, we still have a lot of life to live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be 100 years old. So I'm still in, like, the very first.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like life is actually just starting
Yeah.
at 30.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
I'm only in, like, the second quarter of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, like, less than half.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be mine. Just, like, you don't have to have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
at this age, you don't have to.
no. And I think just even, like, where I was, like, going hard in, like, school and whatever, and, like, immediately went to university and immediately did all these things. I'm like, okay, I gotta have it all figured out. And it's like, what you want when you're 17, 18, 19 is way different than, like, what you actually end up doing. I just, like, thinking of, like, I was going to criminology and going to do law enforcement or law, and, like, I'm a realtor. you know, it's, like, way different. But just, I guess with that is, like, you have time to decide, but also to, like, make time to actually just, like, enjoy your life. Because if you start everything at 25, you're still young, you know, you're still able to have, like, a really good, successful young career, while still taking that 7 years off of school, you know. Like, there's still a lot of time, and there's still, like, no pressure, even, like, for your entire early 20s. Like, I'm in my later half of my 20s, and even now I'm like, okay, like, life is starting, and I feel like I'm so excited to be in my 30s, and I'm so excited to, like, be in a career and, like, be all these things. And even though I felt like in the moment in my early 20s that I was, like, wasting time, or I, like, didn't have things figured out, it didn't really matter, because I still felt like both of us, we both started a career really young, where it's like, technically we didn't, like, technically we're a little late for some things, but it ended up being fine.
Yeah, like, if I would have started real estate, like, fresh 18 or 19, like, there's no chance that I would still be doing it today. Like,
No.
I had to learn so much more, and I had to live a lot of life before I was able to, like, take on the responsibility of being a realtor. And I would have never had that life experience had I not, you know, gone out and tried new things and whatever else. And I also remember being in, like, junior high and high school and thinking, I want to be married by the time I'm 23. It's like, you don't want to be married by the time you're 23. And I mean, some people do, and it works for people, but I'm just glad that I waited to find the right person and wasn't, like, in any rush to find that person in the end. And, you know, I got married when I was 30 already, so that was kind of always one thing I thought I should get married in my 20s, but it's like, why? Who cares?
Yeah, it really doesn't
There's
matter.
no timeline on anything, really.
No, yeah.
And we see people all the time, like, real estate is one of those careers where someone might quit their job that they've been working for 20 years, and they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s even, and get their real estate license and start a whole new life. So I think it's like, don't put too much pressure on what you should, or what you feel like the place that you should be at a certain age. Age isn't really, like, a determining factor of anything that you should do.
And even, like, exactly, like, going on your point where, like, if I had started, like, I felt at 22 when I started real estate, that was way too young. Like, I felt like it was just, like, I had a lot of life experience, like, working in management and retail and all these things. But even then, it was too young. So sometimes it is better when you have all that life experience under your belt. Like, I think it's Vera Wang, her, like, dress career. That was in her 40s, you know? It's like, that's, like, she is well known for, you know, being a designer and being all these things. And it's just, like that was later in life. Or even with George, you know, like him starting real estate later in life, and now look at him.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like it's never too late. And you know, I don't know, I think even now, because I went so hard with like career and school and whatever, now I'm 27 and I'm like looking, I'm like, okay, I need to like slow down, because I need to like actually enjoy life. And it's pretty much only been the last 2 years that I've really like, okay, I want to hang out with people, I want to like go to the bar, I want to like just travel and like do things, because I never gave myself that space before. So I think if I could like shake myself early on and just be like just enjoy life, you know, like hang out with your friends, do whatever you want, just like make art, you know, do all of that. So
well, you don't want me making art. But yeah, I think just never put pressure on yourself to be something by a certain age. I think every stage of life is like a new season of your life, and it can come at any time.
Yeah.